Hello, my name is Devin Jones, and welcome to this edition of the Sparks Tribune Report. You can find me on Twitter at the user handle provided in the description box below, and you can find me at thesparkstribune.weebly.com. That's the Sparks is spelled with an X, thesparkstribune.weebly.com, and I'll include a link to that in the description box below as well. So as we're all familiar by this point, it is December the 10th, and Joe Biden has secured a wide enough of a margin of a victory against Donald Trump that regardless of the outcome of various challenges, courtroom battles, challenging the results by the incumbent President Trump, Joe Biden is going to be the president on January the 20th, 2021. That being said, I've noticed various progressives on social media seem to be lamenting this fact. Progressive people on the left lamenting the fact that Donald Trump or that Joe Biden has won. And we got to talk because these are the people that are saying, okay, we're for a people's party, we're progressives, we're to the left of the Democratic Party, Joe Biden's not good enough, and for fair reasons. Of course, I agree with these various bullet points and these points of reasoning. But that's all you're doing is hashtagging. Like if the Green Party wasn't good enough, if you're like we need a whole new party for a People's Party, hashtag for a People's Party, then that's all you're doing. I mean, we're not filing paperwork and rallying civil rights leaders together and holding rallies like Donald Trump is, like Joe Biden almost was holding rallies. Goodness Lord, call those rallies. But the major political parties were holding rallies, big ones. If you have the popular support that you claim you have, well, hold rallies, campaign, get the paperwork together, and organize. The left is supposed to be comprised by a majority of organizers, people who claim, and I imagine rightfully so, that they have the popular support of the American people writ large on policy. And on policy, I would agree with them. But electorally, you don't. You don't. Let's be real. I mean, Howie Hawkins, the Green Party candidate, he received 0.2% of the popular vote. 0.2. You failed. You failed. You're either, and to sit and boo-hoo about Biden winning the election, you're either A, ignorant about the electoral process and how it works by sitting and hashtagging, because that's all you're doing. You're just hashtagging. I don't see rallies and organizers and all of this effort going into either the Green Party or the People's Party or any kind of like run as an independent. I don't see rallies and support behind it. I don't see organization. I just see hashtags. So you're either ignorant as to how the political process works or you're lazy. It's one or the other. Ignorant or lazy. Pick one. Howie Hawkins got 0.2% of the popular vote. And I don't have the stats in front of me, but as far as the Libertarian Party goes, which I'm not a fan of at all, but all that aside, she received a minuscule number of the votes likewise. I don't have the number, so I'm not going to try to recall one right now, but you can look it up. And a progressive isn't going to vote for Joe Jorgensen any darn way. But you get my point. Like, where is your organization? Where's all the effort that you're going to put into this? Where's the paperwork filed to create a new party? And if the Green Party is good enough, like everything seems to be for the left these days, then where's the votes? Where's the votes? Unless you're going to go full Trump and say, well, we had the votes and they all disappeared or something. Well, then you failed. You failed. Unless you go full conspiracy theorist Donald Trump nutcase, then you failed. And sitting here going for a People's Party or hooting about the Green Party, you're, again, either ignorant or lazy. Do the work, organizers. Do the work. This is ridiculous. So the third party aside, the Green Party aside, the running as an independent aside, the ForAPeoplesParty aside, because we already talked about your 0.2%. So now what we're left with is Democratic versus Republican parties. and the Democratic versus Republican parties, when you burn the Democratic Party for not doing enough, you're doing so at the behest of the party that's doing the opposite of not enough. They're going the wrong direction. The Democratic Party, okay, they need to do more to help, for example, the immigrant community. The Republican Party is doing the opposite. They're not just not doing enough. They're doing the opposite of not enough. They're trying to deport people. They're trying to ship people overseas and ship people out of the country. Boo-hoo, right? While you boo-hoo the Democratic Party for not doing enough for the LGBTQ community, Republicans are hate-bashing them every chance they fucking get. Geniuses. While the Democratic Party is not doing enough to rein in Wall Street, Republicans are giving them effing handouts left and right, just campaigning for Wall Street and claiming the economy is just booming like Donald Trump says it's booming. Why? Because of how well Wall Street is doing. So Wall Street is doing well, therefore the economy is booming? Great reasoning. Great reasoning. But you're going to boo-hoo the Democratic Party because they're not doing enough. Well, you're right, they're not doing enough. So again, do the work, start a third party, actually get out the votes for your Green Party, geniuses, or take over the Democratic Party, Jimmy Dore. Yeah, I said it. Jimmy Dore supported the Green Party. I love Jimmy Dore. He's probably my single favorite YouTuber. But darn it, Jimmy Dore, look at your candidate. And he didn't mention it, by the way. Jimmy Dore has not yet. I've seen every video he's done. I think I've seen every one that he's done. And I haven't seen anything by Jimmy Dore talking about Howie Hawkins and his 0.2% of the vote. While you claim that the Democratic Party isn't doing enough to recognize the Black Lives Matter movement, or rightfully pointing out that they're turning a blind eye toward the Black Lives Matter movement, or not speaking out loudly enough, the Republican Party is bashing them and accusing them of being affiliated with Antifa and shouting out racist stupidity toward the Black Lives Matter movement. So pick your poison. It's ridiculous. Like, just pick an issue, any issue. Trade, immigration, LGBTQ rights, any minority community, the Black Lives Matter movement, anything. Economic situation, Wall Street. Pick an issue. While you're complaining that the Democratic Party, correctly complaining that the Democratic Party is not doing enough, you do so at the behest of the party that is tearing it down even worse. So either A, shut up and vote Democrat, B, take over the Democratic Party, C, get out the votes for the Green Party, D, start a third party and stop whining about it. And with this hashtag ForAPeoplesParty, it's not working unless you do the work. I'm serious. You're insane. You need help. Meanwhile, take the W. Take the W. And this isn't the end of it's the end of the election, but this isn't the end of any movement. Like Bernie Sanders has said, this is the beginning. The election results is where the organizing begins. So by the way, hold on. On that, while we're going that route and we're saying, okay, the election's over, now the organizing begins, I want to see all these hashtag ForAPeoplesParty people. I want to see you in the streets with signs, not tweeting out hashtags about it. I want to see you in the street with signs protesting when Biden does something stupid. You remember the infamous picture that went around, it became a meme, and it was all over the internet about they had this woman holding up a sign that it said, if Hillary had won, I'd be at brunch. Well, Biden won. Are you going to go to brunch and wait until 2024 and then tweet hashtag for a fucking people's party? Let's see it.